Okay, this is a pretty good start. You should have the legs built at this point, unless they're hidden somehow. Display, show all. Oh, okay. Um, and yeah, these cuffs are problematic. I noticed that there's these just all these kind of weird gaps in here. Gonna do a mesh separate so we can more easily see what's going on. This is essentially just a whole separate object from the rest of it, and it's not connected or attached. And I think I'm gonna just make a new layer with this and make it uh, a reference layer, so I can't select that. And maybe I'll even make it a template just so I can see what you had going on there. So I think what I would do is grab this edge. Okay. And Control E for extrude and W for move, and kind of move that out to here, and then scale that up to there. Um, Something like that. And then I would probably extrude again and whoops, the heck. Give this some thickness, and then if you want, we have it one-sided. If I go to lighting, two-sided lighting, that'll solve that black thing. And then Control E to again, and then oops, then just move it here, something like that, and scale that out, and then give that some thickness. Control E for extrude, and then Control E again, and kind of push it in this way, just so it has some thickness. And so it sort of wraps around, and then I'm just going to select the objects in this layer, delete that, and so um, but now it's a little soft, so you might want to, either add some holding edges or just bevel all these with a small bevel to, so that it maintains that shape. Control B, kind of, that looks pretty good. Maybe I'll make this smaller, the fraction. When I look at it in smooth, something like that. And then I'd probably give it some more detail there, or maybe just give it a little. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe give it a little more shape, just so it's not quite so straight. Something like that. And now it's one continuous surface instead of all that weird disconnected thing you had going on. This looks pretty good. Yeah, a little concerned about. Generally, what you do is if you have one surface on top of the other, what you ideally want is the topology to roughly match. Um, by that, let's put wireframe unshaded. By that I mean, if there's an isoparm here, then we should have one on this as well. I'm going to turn on symmetry. Oh, it's on. Control Shift X for multi-cut, and see how that's kind of matches. And then I might take this one, Shift right mouse click, slide edge tool, middle mouse drag, and then this one I might, whoops, Shift right mouse click, slide edge tool. And that's matching there. I'll probably add one in here. I'm using the multi-cut tool, and then why do I keep just move that out? It's okay if one, like this one, has more than the other one, but the ones it does have, if they match, then when they move, they're more likely to move together a little bit better. if they have matching kind of isoparm positions. Is there like a, oops, like a rotate edge tool or something like that? No. There's that spin one, but it's not like... Anyways, I was wondering, I feel like there's some way to rotate an edge where it'll kind of maintain the shape of the surface. No. Relative to the normal. No, that's not what we want. Anyway, I'll just kind of do that and then scale it up to get the shape back. So see how it's again following the topology of the other one. And this here, you probably need another one anyway. And again, I'm gonna just try to get that to follow the shape of the other one. And probably another one in here. You know, I don't know, I feel like that's maybe a bit too slanted. But you get the idea where if this matches, when it starts moving around, it's less likely to intersect. It's more likely to move together well. You probably want to like either add some more edges so it holds this shape, or bevel there or something, because it's sort of losing some of that shape. And same here, maybe probably you want something like this too. I might do something like that, and then I might take this whole row, whoops, or most of that row. Maybe not these, and then move tool, double click on the move tool, switch to normal, and then just push out in the end direction. It'll just kind of push them all outwards a little bit, give that a little bit more shape and a little bit more geometry to work with. But don't forget to reset your move tool after you do something like that. What else? Hands are okay. The fingers, I think, just could generally use a little more shaping, a little more. Got some. They look very thin too. What happened here? Oh, because that's just the old one. Okay. What you can do is if you convert this to vertices, Control F9, the selection that is, and then use that same trick I just showed you with the normal thing. Change the axis orientation to normal. Double click on the move tool over here. Change the axis orientation to normal, and then click and drag on the end. It'll just kind of fatten up the hand a little bit, just because it was looking really skinny. I think that's better. Oh, what happened to the other hand? Anyway, you can copy it back over again. Yeah, these. I think the only weird thing here is the. I'm just going to isolate these. Well, the topology is pretty funny, so I might try to, fix some of that. Oh, let's reset our move tool. I forgot to do that. Just get this all shaped a little nicer. But I think the back looks weird. How much this all kind of goes in. I think, you might want to pull some of this back some. Maybe move those towards each other a little bit, and these. Maybe not to where they overlap though. I don't know. I still think maybe that looks a little sunk in there, but you could work on the shape of that a little bit more. Shoe, well, looks pretty good. I just might, add a little geometry at the top. Maybe a bevel on these, would just kind of hold the shape of the top a little bit better than you had it. Oh, it didn't get the front though. Yeah, I think you'll probably need a little bit more. Oh, that doesn't come down here. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe just slice through it here or something. But then I would probably take these and shift right mouse click, slide these out. So, because I just wanted a little bit more geometry nearer to the lip, so it wasn't something like that. Yeah, and then again, yeah, you might want some more of that. Like, well, I think it looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah, generally really good. I think yeah, a few fixes, but it's going well. I think you're going to have to sort of resolve this collar area. It looks a little weird. It's just a big circle there. So some kind of collar or some way of finishing that off as well.